Hi everyone. Today let's talk about factors that influence aging and what we can do about those factors. So, number one, really, we age because our mitochondria age and become dysfunctional. And there are so many things that can be done about it. So, what are mitochondria? Mitochondria are little energy factories within our cells. They're intracellular organelles that produce ATP, which is the energy currency of the body, from oxygen and glucose. Where it's turning out, water plays an incredibly important role in energy production in the mitochondria as well. And so, one thing we can do to have better functioning mitochondria is drink enough water and make sure that we're replete with water. So, drinking half your body weight in ounces of water every day. So, one of the things we want to do is stimulate mitophagy. And that's where the body recognizes mitochondria that are getting old and damaged and actually recycles those and stimulates mitochondrial fusion, which is the production of new, bigger, more robust, pristine mitochondria. And if we can stimulate that process of editing, pulling out the ones that are dysfunctional and birthing new ones, we are going to maintain our energy production at the highest possible level. And that maintains our physiology at the highest possible level. It takes energy to fuel all of our chemical reactions in an efficient manner. And when it's done right, it reduces free radical production, it reduces inflammatory intermediate production, etc. So enhancing mitophagy can be done by caloric restriction. There's tons of data on that. And it's really just kind of getting back to this idea that we really don't need to eat as much food as we think we do to get the nutrients and energy that we need. And in fact, eating less sometimes can be better for the body because it places less burden on the body. And there's great data nowadays on intermittent fasting. So that's where you kind of condense your eating window into, let's say, 8 hours a day and try to extend your fasting window up to 16 hours a day. And that will stimulate mitophagy. So what else can you do? Now there's a whole array of different technologies that will help your mitochondria. One of the technologies is red light therapy. So there's red light and near infrared light beds that have enormous quantities of research on enhancing the enzyme, the terminal enzyme in the electron transport chain, which is required for the conversion of oxygen and glucose into ATP. So that the light literally can activate this enzyme, and sometimes the enzyme gets blocked in certain disease states. So the light will unblock the enzyme, rendering it capable of fully functioning again. Now, there's great research on intermittent hypoxic training. And this is something that's been done in Europe for quite some time. Actually, a lot of the research was originally done in Russia and the Ukraine, but now it's coming to the United States. So there's a technology called cell gym, which is where you lie in a zero gravity chair and you're wearing an oxygen mask. And the cell gym device cycles you between normal levels of oxygen and slightly lower levels of oxygen, and then back again, about 4 times in a breathing session. This will trigger mitophagy. It will also, it releases the expression of something called hypoxia-inducing factor, which will upregulate the production of red blood cells in the body and therefore the oxygen carrying capacity in the body. It's been shown to enhance the health of the inside of your arteries, and it's also been shown to induce the sprouting of new capillaries for improving oxygen delivery into the tissues. So it does a number of things, but very much stimulates mitophagy and the production of new mitochondria. So it's one of these anti-aging measures that's now coming to the United States, and it's been for a long time favored by Olympic athletes and professional athletes and things, because it also just improves cardiorespiratory fitness and endurance. Cryotherapy is another modality that's been shown to be helpful for the mitochondria. So in addition to intermittent fasting, caloric restriction, and now these new technologies that are coming and available, we've known that eating healthy fats and eating a diet that's rich in high life force quotient foods, which really is food that's still vital and full of life, like vegetables and things like that, is going to supply the antioxidants and the electrons needed to protect the mitochondrial membrane from damage, so that it can the mitochondria can continue to function at an optimal level. So that's really kind of the holy grail of not only aging, but medicine in general, because when your mitochondria are functioning better, you're going to age slower, and you're also going to really reduce your risk for infections, cancer, and most all degenerative diseases. So mitochondria are the key. And then when it comes to aging, of course, we also just really want to improve our water intake, have a beautiful diet, meditate on a daily basis, and have an exercise practice that can maintain your body composition at a healthy level. So we want to maintain lean muscle mass as we age, and strength, as well as balance and agility, and reduce our fat levels, because fat generates inflammation in the body. Literally, fat around the belly is almost like an inflammation generating organ. And so if you can adopt a lifestyle that limits your production of fat around the middle, you will age slower. There's just no argument there. So whatever it takes to keep yourself lean is going to give you a longer and much healthier life.